happens. Good morning. Happy Saturday. Welcome to Software Saturday. This morning we are going to be talking a little bit about Canva, which is a free web-based image design web page. It's really, really easy to use, and it's very handy to make images for your social media, for your web page, for posters. It has a lot of really great templates, and you can personalize it with lots of really great Toastmasters elements. I want to welcome everybody. Thank you for stopping in this morning, because you guys are going to be supporting your club and helping to bring more great people into those clubs by advertising. I do want to make a quick little reminder. If you're posting anything, if you are sharing posters in real life, if you're doing any of that type of thing, let me know. Either email me or go to the incentive page and email the incentives email. Show us pictures of your work in progress. We want to give you credit, and we want to show other people in the district what you're doing. Okay? You'll get points, and the top clubs with points then get eligible for district dollars. There's a monthly prize, there's a prize at the end, and we also give shout outs to individuals. So please consider that. So good morning. I'm going to start off by going to the Toastmasters webpage and sharing my page, because we are going to go to, I'm going to share the whole screen, even though it's not going to have a lot of stuff on it. It's going to be a web page. We're going to go to the brand manual. And oops, I just realized I lost my chat, so I'm going to pull that up to make sure it's visible. So also, I guess I'm not going to make Susan a co-host. Lori, would you mind being a co-host just in case something crazy happens with the internet?
Not a problem.
Thank you. Here we go.
I'd like to ask, has everybody looked at Canva already or used Canva? Cindy, no. Oh, wow, Susan, that surprises me. Mary, no. Okay, you're all going to freak out because it's really an awesome tool, and I'm just looking to pick up even more tips. So thanks. Back to you, Teresa.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, Canva has a lot of different templates, so it can be super easy, but you can also use it to make something really unique and what you really want out of it. So the first thing, though, I'm going to go into the brand manual. That's not the same one as I was looking at, I don't think, but I know they have an interactive one. For some reason, it's not showing up in the, oh, this might be it. Yeah. And this is a great place to start. It's going to give us,
Teresa, excuse
yep,
me. I am seeing your enter password. We're seeing a sign and appears to be your previous desktop. I'm not seeing anything about the TI site.
Right.
okay, thank you.
It looks
You're
like there's
welcome.
like 5 windows open
Right,
wherever you are.
The
right.
wrong screen got highlighted. Sorry, thanks for waking me up on that.
There
That's
you go.
better.
Now we're seeing the nice lady on the
Yes.
brand palette. Okay,
Yes,
Yeah.
thank
excellent.
you.
I had the wrong screen highlighted. Thanks for making sure I didn't screw up. So I went to the brand manual. Basically, start at the Toastmasters page. I searched for brand manual. It popped me up here. I went, downloaded the brand manual. This will keep it in your download file, in your download directory, but it's a great place to start. Right up at the beginning, the first thing I wanted was the color palette. Now, we went through a little bit of stuff last week or a month ago, with how they have some fillable PDFs, super easy, super quick. And they have some other really great basic information about, like the logo and stuff. We're going to be using some of that today as well. We're going to go to the color palette. And it has all this technical jargon here, right? And it's actually not as intimidating as it might look at first. The information on that palette is that we can make sure that we have the exact Toastmasters colors to make sure we're brand compliant. So the next thing I'm going to do, here's my Canva page. It is a free login, free. It'll ask you to sign in with a real, actual functioning email address. And then you would click in to allow it to know that it's your functioning email address. They'll send you a link. And then it's virtually unlimited. You don't get charged for anything. It's free. They do have additional basic information that you can try. As you'll notice, I have a couple Toastmasters things that I've designed over the past couple of years. And these are using the Toastmasters colors. These are using sometimes actual Toastmasters images and all sorts of, oh, that's not appropriate. So you get a great idea of what is available. These are my recent designs, but I'm going to be starting with something new. Let's see. We're going to start on the Canva page. They've changed it a little bit. So if I want to start something for my website, it will allow me to, here, I'm going to go templates. It'll allow me to come up with specific sizes. That's what it often comes up with. Different aspects, different proportions. And many of these can be used for multiple options. There's a square available for Instagram posts. It's the ideal size and shape that it'll show up well on Instagram. There's the ideal size and shape for Facebook posts. But what's really cool is if you design something with one of the templates, it can still be used for other things. If you design something as a document, if you design something 8.5 by 11, you can still use it on Facebook. So it's not going to restrict your options of being used. What you can do then is actually templates, go back. And I should have probably nailed down exactly what we were going to do first, but start with the flyer. And they do come up with some template suggestions for you. If you see something that you'd like to tweak, like if you like something like this, you've got something really fun going on in your club, you can just take it and tweak the red so it's Toastmasters red, and maybe some of these cookies so it's, let's see. Why is it not letting me do this here? Customize this. So it'll pull it up. And you can see it's a slightly darker red than Toastmasters red. And is it different than it used to be? So they must have used a grouping thing. So I'm going to ungroup. And so I finally got in there. You can see that there's that blue border around it. It's indicating that I'm looking at the actual picture itself. And here is where the background color is. And I can change the background color going to the Toastmasters brand manual. And I think it takes the hex. So it's going to change the color just a little bit. And it's going to change it. You can see it just flickered a little bit. It's a lot more obvious when It's more of a radical change, but just for the sake of showing you, you take the code number right here, the hex number. Yep, plant it right here and it pulls up the official Toastmasters color. From there, we can go in and change text. We can change dates. We can, sometimes you have to click it twice. And I can go in and change individual elements. This one has one color of brown. I'm going to change it to the Toastmasters yellow. And if I wanted to, I can go through and change each of them to that same Toastmasters yellow. And it holds on to the color that I was using. I'm just giving you an idea of how easy it is to change those colors of a template that you already like to Toastmasters colors to make them more brand compliant. People expect, when people see a Toastmasters poster, they know what to expect. They know that it's Toastmasters. They know that we are education focused, we are fun, we are full of interaction. And by using the brand colors, by using the brand manual, we are encouraging people to connect that visual with that quality. It's kind of like when you see the Nike swoosh, you think, okay, they're shoes. They're shoes that, you know, people can recognize. When you see an Amazon van, you know somebody's getting something fun. It's linking the brand to the experience, and matching the colors really helps do that. So one way to do your posters is to start with one of those templates. If I were going with this, I would then, let's see, I'm not going to use the share function. I know you can if you've got a team on Canva, but that's kind of a complex thing, and I think it might be a fee charged. One option is, why are they not giving me the download? Here we are. Goes to download the PDF. And now I have my download. I will open the file. And here it is. Right now it's kind of ugly because I only changed a couple things, but what'll happen then is this is going to be in my downloads file. Whoosh, you're seeing my Explorer, right?
Yes.
Thanks. Go to the downloads. It's got a lot of stuff. Right here is the file that I just created. I can forward this file to all of my club members and encourage them to share this on social media, to share this at work, to share this, to print it out on their home printers and share it at their favorite coffee shop. As VPPRs and as VP memberships, we are not the only people bringing new members in. We can share images and encourage our club members to also publicize the club. So right now we've got this nice basic PDF. It's already created, it's out there. We'd be able to post that really easily. They also, let's see if, so they used to have a different way to download. And I'll be honest, I haven't used this super recently. It's been a couple months. So I'm hoping it's not only the PDFs. It used to allow us to use Yeah, it's only doing PDFs now for the free version. Let's see if it'll allow me to save it. No, it's not. Okay. So it looks like right now the free one only does PDFs. I'm going to have to double check on something to see if we can get even more options in the future. I don't want to buy it. I'm not paying for it. Please don't keep advertising. So let's start with something completely brand new. You're going to create a LinkedIn post because you want to bring in people from your professional circle. So what I did was I started with an empty template. It's moderately square. I'm going to let's start with a blue background. That's a nice neutral place to start. And I will create the first color. So I click on my square. I go to this lovely rainbow nebula. And it gives me blue. So far, so good. Next, I also want some text. And I'll make it big. It's already sans serif, so that's very close to what Toastmasters wants. I'm gonna move this up. It's not moving for me. That's not great. Oh, here we go. Let's use this. And it shows you, you can see that there are little pink lines. It gives you an idea of keeping things even and well located. So I'll start with that. I'm going to go back to the brand manual and grab the logo. I'm going to give myself an extra tab. I'm a huge fan of tabs to keep things really nice and flexible. I literally have over 100 tabs open right now. It can be a problem.
Well, that's got to be a record.
I've
Oh
got
my God.
multiple windows. It's kind of crazy. And then all of a sudden an ad will start with music and I'm like, where was it? Okay. Design elements. It's a great page to have. I'm going to start grabbing this. I think I can still copy the image. And go to, let's try uploads. And okay, actually it pulled it right in. So I'm going to make this smaller. What I could also do is go into, most computers have a basic graphic program like Paint. It comes with your computer. It's not something you have to buy. So this is that logo image. I'm going to zoom out so you can see it. I'm going to not have to even worry about the numbers, but you can. You can either go in here and create a color. But then this is where you would use the RGB numbers. Or if you don't want to have to type, you use the little eyedropper sucky thing. And why is it not doing it? There we go. Eyedropper sucky thing. And it immediately pulls that shade of blue right there. And I then swoosh it all over here. It's not perfect, but it's a good start. And I can take that, I'm hitting copy. I'm going to see if it goes in here. Nope, it didn't yet, just a sec.
Teresa, I thought they didn't want us to touch that logo.
They don't want us to do anything crazy to the logo. They don't want us to distort it.
Okay,
They don't mind if it's a color wrapping around the outside so it's uniform with the background of everything else.
okay, all right, good to know.
Good question, though. You're right. We have to be careful how we treat the logo. We don't want to fill in those latitude and longitude lines. We don't
Right.
want to, um, let's see, select. It's all smushed. Let me pull this open a little more so you can see what I'm doing. Select all, copy, and pop it in here. There we go. Rid of the old one. So now it blends right in. I think it's
Cool.
probably off by just the tiniest bit, but it's really, really close. And from here, we can also put in some additional text. Happy text. We can change exactly how it smushes. It moves the text around for us, so we don't have to worry about exactly where'd it go? Huh. I clicked something and it did not like where it moved the text.
On the blue bar up there, there's like a go backwards icon, right up there. Try that a couple times. Maybe your text will
Thank
come
you.
back.
Good call.
But I see it can't move. Sometimes mine will do that too. I'm like, I want to move it somewhere else, and it won't go. So I don't. Oh, there you go.
Yep. So I'm using this little button here that shows the omnidirections,
Mhm,
and that's one thing. If you're getting zany, you can tilt it.
mhm.
And that 0, I think you can see it, indicates that it's straight and flush. So that's a good thing. And I can go back to Toastmasters and they should have a pile of images available. For some reason, it's not easily available. Resource library. Images. So they do actually have a bunch of sometimes their search terms work better than others.
Hmm.
So resource library, we were just here. I'm not going through 107 pages.
Hmm.
Graphic file, maybe that's the one. Well, we're getting closer. I was hoping to find some of the happy faces that they have.
Mhm.
Could it be a people file someplace, Teresa?
Yeah, I've I've been having a couple issues with sorry for the delay. I thought I had this close by.
I think we've all been there. I have been there many times and I can't find what I want. I'll go to Google
Absolutely.
and I'll Google Toastmasters images and it comes up just like that in Google and they're perfect. They're just the perfect colors and all that. So try Toastmasters images. Bam, there they are. It's like I can't find it on Toastmasters.org, but I can find it on Google.
Google
There
actually
it shows the whole gallery.
gallery. I should have used the word gallery, perhaps. Okay, image gallery. So these are going to have individual pictures. Oh, here we go, photo library. Maybe if I search for photo library. And I'm actually a Toastmaster. Maybe that's why it didn't like me. Oh, I don't remember what it was.
Oh, did you just change it? I changed mine yesterday.
No, I've had the same login for most of 10 years.
It made me change mine yesterday because it was so simple.
They might be doing that to me now. That
Yes.
would suck.
Yep. That's what they did
So,
yesterday.
yeah.
I did
You're-
mine earlier this week also, which I have had mine for probably 20 years and
yeah.
and it had the year in it from 20
Oh, wow. Oh,
and
that's
it was
fun.
only 8 digits. Now I think it's 14, something like that.
Yep. I just did mine yesterday. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
So you can see I've got a huge pile of crap in my downloads file. However, the important thing is I also have the image file, and I cannot find, here we go, image collection. I think that might be it. So this is what I was
There's
looking
happy people.
see. So this is actually on the web page, but we've delayed enough. You don't want to have to see how my how long it's going to take me to do password changes. So this was actually some stuff I was doing for
Five.
what? Oh, so
Five.
copy, go back into my image. Where is it? And so what I can do is just copy and paste the image itself. Or I could go in and do uploading and pull it up that way. And it does actually land in here if I copy and paste. Oh, here are all the other images I've used in the past.
Yes, there you go. In your own little area. That's good.
So that might, once you get on a roll, it'll still stay in here. So this is super simplistic, but it's Toastmasters compliant. It's got the logo. You can make the logo a little bit smaller if you have a lot more information you want to share with people. Here.
Teresa, do you know, can you go into one of theirs at Toastmasters.org that's all done and fancy, and can you modify one of theirs?
So we can. It's
Okay.
not as easy because what'll happen is it'll be saved as um it'll be saved as an image, but it's a good
Okay.
template to start with. So let me pull in one like flyers. So Special event flyer. We've got special events coming up sometime. Well, actually, this is already really cute. This is that PDF type of thing.
Yeah.
So I'm going to find a different one really quick. Promotional poster. So if I'm saving this, I'm going to download the poster. And it's going to come in two different slightly different proportions because of British versus American. So let's say we start with this one. And it's got lots of information. But if I want it to be a little bit more specific, I think I should be able to okay, so I'll save this in my downloads file and see if I can create a new one. It's going to be larger, so I'm in the poster template. I've got a large picture. I'm going to go to my uploads. I'm going to go to upload file. Let's see if it'll take a PDF. Going to downloads. There's my PDF. So I'm going to start with that. And it's taking a minute because it's a really big file. It's not the one I wanted. I think it might be just taking an extra minute because it's big. Hmm. Another way to do it is if you want to pull up some of it, you can use a snipping tool, which is available on most computers.
The snipping tool changed my life. I had no idea what a snipping tool was, but I found it and it's unbelievable. So you can take all these documents, use the snipping tool, then you can put it wherever you want, Facebook and all that. I see some head nodding, so
Yep.
I'm not the only one that it changed my life.
Yep. And at work, it's a lifesaver.
I believe that.
So you've got, the Facebook image, you've got some of these cute little these cute little icons that they came up with.
Yeah,
So far,
that's
so
really a
good.
good one.
Okay. But you want to talk about something a little bit specific, so we can add some text to it. And do this one. We're going to pull this down here so it's not too weird. And this way, we can focus on whatever, and I didn't make it blue like I should have, so I'm going to go in, see if it still has one of my colors. It even pulls out the prominent colors. This teal is very close to the official Toastmasters color because it pulled it right out of the poster. I'm going to use it. So now we have an image that looks really professional. It's got your Toastmasters colors. It's got information. We also want to have a call to action. because we've got something eye-catching, we've got something people want to see. We now want to have them do something. We want them to show up at our meetings, right? We can include contact information here. Let's see. So this is not going to be the exact same club, but it's the one I remember. And I'm going to change the font size because that's huge. I can go in here and change the number as well. And a little bit further down. So I've got the ability to use the arrows, to use the numbers or the plus or minus. So we've got the website right on there. So no matter what format people are seeing this in, the website is right there. What I like to do is, in addition to the image, when I'm posting to social media, I also want to include text that can be clickable. So if you include the text and say, hey, contact us at website, most social media will then make it clickable. So it's easier for people to just click in and reach out to get your contact information rather than having them type in the entire URL.
Are
Another
you going to
option.
show us how to do that? Okay, good, because
Sure.
I'm interested in that.
So if you're on, so I'm actually the Alice Chalmers Facebook person. And so if I go in here, and I have not done this in a little while, but you can see so I've got that somewhere. I'm going to re-download it so it's convenient. And then I'm going to go back in here. And what's on my mind? Alice Chalmers. Alice Chalmers is on my mind. So I'm going to go in. It's going to go to the download. I'm going to click on it. Yes, this is what I want. Hit open. Pulls it in. And then the text I'm going to use includes the website. You can see it's blue. It's a clickable URL. Usually your browser, your social media is going to recognize URLs because it has that HTTP thing at the front. I'm going to change the text so it's not the exact same thing that was posted a while ago. And I can post that. And then it tries to sell me something. I don't want to spend any money. My time is my contribution. And there it is. This is clickable. People don't have to think. They can just click. It'll take you to the the Alice Chalmers website. It says, hey, click the contact us thing. And now they'd be able to reach out and get the URL. If your club allows the Zoom link, that's fine. I would suggest doing the member register option to make sure that you have somebody's email somewhere to get a hold of, number one, to get a hold of your guests and make sure they're at the next meeting. But also it helps winnow down the number of people who are going to sit there and try to Zoom bomb you. So if you're using Zoom, try to do the registration option. With registering ahead using the email contact. That's another way of sifting out some of the bombers. But those are all different ways of getting an image posted to social media. So I'm going to stop the share for right now, bringing people back up. So I know I went through that kind of quickly. Did that make sense for some of you, or may I go over more of it, or Susan?
I have a question. They're linked to each other. I keep seeing Magic Write and Magic Studio. If there's something magic out there, I want to know what it is.
Ooh,
What is it?
I have not taken a look at it. Let's take a look together.
Okay.
Okay. Is it
As you were creating the document, it was showing up mostly on the left, and
okay.
it has little like magic wand around it.
Ooh, let's take a look. I'm gonna drop us back into sharing again. Hopefully it'll be the correct screen again. Here we go. So let's move this around and see if it's figuring things out for us. Oh,
There.
let's see what that does. Magic Write. Okay, it looks like it's using some of that AI, more fun. So, oh, this is one of the paid options, I believe.
Oh,
If you do a lot of these, and it's probably not the most expensive investment you're going to make. I'm not saying, oh no, you shouldn't spend your money on this crap. If you use this and you have the money for it, I'm definitely not going to tell you not to use it. It looks like it's going to suggest different text. So rather than being really, I tend to be really straightforward. I did a lot of writing in college for my college newspaper. So I'm really straightforward when I write. I don't do a lot of tone shift. So it's possible to make it more professional. It's possible to make it fun, using different vocabulary, using different terminology, and it's going to make some suggestions. So I think there are additional other ways of getting some of those suggestions. I know there's a few different writing augmentation types of websites, and they're all for a fee because frankly it's something that people would invest in if this is something important to them. So there's a market out there. But
thank you for showing us.
okay. So yeah, these are all fairly straightforward and basic. If you want to try something a little bit different, we can go to the elements area. And what I've done in the past is, let's see.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, there's a lot of really interesting stuff. They used to have like some unusual. So these will, if we use something like this, and we overlay it, and we go back to our, where did it go? But back to the brand manual, we're going to get those colors back.
You know, there is one of those cool starburst graphics. I know that there are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know that they exist, but I'm not sure if they kept all of them.
Oh, really? Okay.
So that's,
Oh, look at all that. Do not use that. Do
yep.
not use a green background. Do not
Do not,
change.
okay, yeah, do not use a non, so it's
Yeah.
do not use a non Toastmasters color. Don't use this funky
No.
blurring effect is,
Yep.
I think, the specific.
Don't put your name, club name next to it or on the.
Yeah, on it, yeah,
Yep. No,
definitely.
it's a no-no.
So yeah, don't change the
Don't
logo.
wiggle it.
Yep. So leave the logo as it is. It's fine as it is. Yeah. So here's something kind of fun. So you've got your basic color palette, but then you've also got the gradients. So I'm going to take a look at, this is one. Go back here. Gonna go to the color. The color usually shows up just as a box. I'm not sure if this is the same one. It's not. Huh, I must have missed a digit. Let me go back and grab it. Yeah, I missed the first 0. So cut and paste, but only when you cut and paste all of it. Oops. There we go. So it's a little bit bright, but,
Okay.
and then just make it really. And click on stuff to make sure. Send this back. Layer, send backward. And now your picture's on the front. You want to make sure it's further back for the logo to stay. There we go. And that's a problem because the logo it's not transparent. So, but you can use additional images to add texture and interest. So it's not just a straight blue background. But obviously there's going to be challenges because if you've got a lot of text or if it's a really, really intricate picture or something, it can get kind of weird. One nice thing is that this gives you like the numbers, and you can see that some lines are popping up that shows you when it's a fairly even top and bottom. It helps you align some stuff, and you can zoom in further if you want to make sure that something isn't bumping up against it with that scaler. Okay.
Teresa, one
Yes.
thing I like about it is you create one you really like and then it saves and then you can go, like, 2 weeks later, you're going to post again. You go into it and you change the date
Yep.
and you're done. It's once you create one thing, you're good to go. It might take a little time the very first time, but it saves all of your projects like you can see on your screen. It's so
Yep.
cool.
So if I went back and took a look at this one. So these are all some of those Toastmasters images that they gave us. This is actually a postcard that we're sending out. If I wanted to change it and have it reprinted next year, I could talk about, rather than across America, because we are Wisconsin and the Upper Peninsula, and I could do a focused mailing to Michigan. So you're right. It's really easy. And this is something I did back in August, and it's still there. I have some things that were out there. Let's see.
Yep, look at them all.
Yep.
Cool.
So this one for Breakfast Club was when I was their area director, and that's a few years ago. So you're still out, it's still out there, it still exists. I can go back and make changes, I can tweak it. I think this was before COVID. Maybe. Huh. But you have all these opportunities to try new colors and new textures, and you can change things. If I change this to, oops, where's the video? I can make this a happy shade of gray. And that'll make it look really different. Use the background color. And it has at least a couple, it pulls out the prominent colors that are already there, but I don't want to use that. I want to use this. So it just gives a slightly toned down color, but it's still a brand color. And that's something I did years ago. So it's still there. I can now change this to something new. I can, let's see, how is it doing that now? So this one still has the download ability. And it might be because I used a specific template that makes it differently available. But so some of them will still have PNG or PDF standard. PNGs are image files, and that's kind of nice. And so I would download that and it would create. And now I can send this to all of the members of that club, ask them, hey, save this, share this on social media, or print it out on your color printer and post it at Starbucks or Toppers or places where you have professional events. Yuri, did you have a question? I'm sorry.
Yeah, my question is about what was it? Making a business card, I guess, or if that's something you can do with Canva, or if it's my general question was all this sounds like obviously we have to keep with the Toastmasters rules and whatever. I'm just curious if we have to have someone approve this before posting, since not everybody is aware of all these rules that exist.
So with club posters, you don't need to go to toastmasters.org. You can probably just post them quickly yourself. If you really want to make sure you're aligned and you really want to make sure you're using Toastmasters brand compliance, you know, there's like these really great plug and play PDFs, just plop in your information and it's designed already for you. If you're trying to use the Toastmasters brand information, they are going to give you credit for it. You probably will not have a problem. You're going for the correct colors, you're going for the correct information, just look over the brand manual and it'll say, you know, aim at sans serif font and use this shade, these shades of blue, these shades of red, these shades of yellow. Try to use happy, engaged humans. So you'll even notice right here, I have a picture of coffee.
Is
Coffee.
that a stock image? I'm just curious,
It
or
is.
is it?
Yeah, I went out to the internet and I found pictures. And you can do that. You don't absolutely positively have to use the Toastmasters images. They're easy. They usually are really easily findable and they are brand compliant. So ideally, yeah, go for the Toastmasters images. If you find something very similar that you really want to use, I'm probably not going to yell at you. If somebody starts posting a lot of really crazy colors, really crazy, not Toastmasters compliant stuff, and they start asking for a lot of points through the incentive program, well, at the very least, I'm not going to give you incentive points because the idea is to be able to offer up that brand compliant type of image. So, but again, as you're posting posters, you know, if it's blue, if it's red, if it's happy people, if it's professional language, yeah, we want to publicize clubs. We want to encourage clubs to publicize. We want to get the word out about how awesome all of the clubs are in District 35. So we are encouraging all clubs to publicize, whether it means using the fillable PDFs on toastmasters.org or whether it's using getting creative and trying new things, because when you're in Toastmasters, you're developing confidence, not just in public prepared speaking and impromptu speaking, you're also learning new skills. So this is a skill. It's a way of learning something new. I've learned a lot of really cool things in volunteer organizations, and being able to try new things in a safe, supportive environment is a huge part of professional development.
As
It
long
looks-
as long as there's no secret overlords are watching over this, and I get a ping one day saying you didn't comply with the logo, I guess all this makes sense.
If there's a problem, so if I see something that is not brand compliant, I am on your team and I'm going to suggest, hey, you might want to try to do this differently. If I can help you learn how to do things differently, let me know. There are going to be some people who are really competitive and who have a more black and white view of how things are. So you're probably, there's a chance that somebody's going to throw a hissy fit. Unfortunately, people are people. If you're going to be doing a great big mailing across the state, which is what I've been doing, I did go reach out to Toastmasters.org and I said, hi, are these appropriate? May I use these? And they said, yes, Teresa, you may. And I am. I'm sending out postcards all over the state. So again, if you want to learn a little more about the details of Canva, I just wanted to make sure you were aware of it. Try using it. If you have questions, give me a scream. And I really encourage everybody to try to share how awesome your clubs are with your communities, with your friends online, with anybody. Just bring in your guests and let your amazing clubs do the rest of the work. Okay?